So a guy walks into his doctor's office and says, "Doctor, I keep having these dreams. I'm a wigwam, I'm a teepee, 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 I'm a wigwam, I'm a teepee." And the doctor looks at the guy and it's like, "Dude, relax. You're too tense." I kind of feel like that this morning. Trying to sit in my garage and figure out where I'm going to fish this weekend, and I can't decide. Do I fish Hodges, which is going to be great at some point during the year? Do I fish El Cap, which has been better for me in the last few weeks? I'm going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I got to relax. I know what I need to do. Heads Hodges, tails El Cap. I think I chose wisely. Where am I? I think I chose wisely. So where am I? Tails, El Capitan. So good morning, Chris Brandt, the Beef Shaman, out on El Capitan. You know, I'm a fisherman. I end up thinking, would it be better to do this? Would it be better to do that? Should I go faster? Should I go slower? Do I need to use a reaction bait? Do I need to use a finesse bait? Do I need to use light line? Do I need to get in tight to structure? Sometimes I just overthink myself. So today, flipped a coin, went with my gut. Already got one nice one, and it's not even 7 o'clock. Thanks for watching. As I was talking about before, one of the hard things about fishing, you know, especially after you've been fishing a while, it's like, do I stay with my confidence baits, my confidence techniques, my rigs, or do I go with something new? And that's always in a conflict in my mind, and I'm always wanting to try new things, but I don't always take the time to do it because I'm comfortable with certain things, especially on certain lakes, certain tactics. But you know what? Always got to keep expanding. And you know the bass I got earlier on the spinnerbait, I almost never fish trailers on my spinnerbaits, but today I did. Just wanted to try something different. So the other day I was in Poway and I realized there was a new fishing tackle store, at least new to me. They've been open for like 6 months in the location they're at right now, called Slugg Fishing, S-L-U-G-G. And so went over there, super awesome, you know, great talking. And he introduced me to a new rig that I had never heard of, called a free rig. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I guess they have their own line of tungsten weights, which is super cool. So this free rig, you may be familiar with it, and if you are, then that's great. If not, maybe you can learn something new. Basically, hook a worm just like any other bait, except you got to make sure it's a floating worm. I'm using the Z-Man Trick Shots in the Game Changer color today, and I've never used this rig, so I wanted to do something different. This is a 4-inch size, 4.2 inch size, and the free rig, I guess it goes down, sits on the bottom. This floats up above the sinker, and then you slowly pull it down and then pop it once it gets down to here, and then it'll do that again. So this ends up above the sinker. You slowly pull it down, pull it down, pull it down, pop it, and then lather, rinse, repeat. So you know what? I'm gonna try a new rig today and see what we can do with it. By the way, super great tackle store. It's nice to see a brick and mortar tackle shop. I know a lot of people, including myself, buy a lot of my stuff online these days, but definitely go check out Slugg Fishing in Poway. Here's a little bit what it looks like on the inside. So when you're thinking about doing a new rig, I mean, do whatever you want, but I have a tendency when I'm fishing unfamiliar water to go with things that I know. And then when I want to try something new, a different technique, a new type of lure, a new presentation, I do that on water that I am familiar with to build my confidence. And on this, I'm using a 3/16 ounce, the weight. This package happens to be the 5/16. You can see that's the type of weight. Sluggfishing.com. So go check them out. Just like anything else, if you're not familiar with a Carolina rig and you want to come out and you want to start fishing that, use a bait that you're already comfortable with, one of the craws or a worm or whatever. I remember the first time I used a Carolina rig and caught a fish on it was at Lake Poway on a little 4-inch Mr. Twister green weenie. And man, I remember afterwards feeling just so great. And it was only like a 12-inch fish, but I felt so great that I caught something on a rig that I had never used before. So I haven't gotten another bite since that first fish, which unfortunately you only saw at the end, didn't get to see the fight, and it was a fun fight too. But I saw a guy get those couple on crankbait first thing, and I got that one on the spinnerbait, but not a single bite since then. And I've talked to other people, and they've said similar things, that immediately in the morning, blam, they got one bite, and then there hasn't been anything else. Oh, that was a pound. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I still. There we go. There's a nice fish. That's what we were looking for, guys. Thing just annihilated the jig. Just annihilated it. I was surprised I even got the bite. There we go. 16 inches. There we go. Nice and fat. Just what the doctor ordered. Woohoo! I put back on the jig I had used in the Jigs versus Craws episode. A little bit of purple, green pumpkin. Whew, needed that. Well, people are getting them on Senkos too. Just ended up getting another one. Oh, there we go. Oh, smaller one, but still a fish. Tiny guy, but still a fish. That one was on a Ned rig. Green pumpkin still, but Ned rig. Oh, that was my first bass on the new Z-Bone rod that I got those carp on. Kistler rod with the Vanford 1000 reel from Shimano. Did not exactly challenge me, but hey. It comes back to the thing I was saying earlier. How long you're trying something new, how long do you stay with that until you go with something you have confidence in? The answer is, I don't know. When you feel like you need to change, that's when you got to change. I do have a new beer for you guys. Do you remember the last time I was on El Cap, I did Alpine's Nelson, which was actually right around the corner over there. This is also from Alpine. This is McIlhenny True Family Craft Alpine California Wizard's Wand West Coast IPA, 6.7%. And you know what? Okay, let me tell you a story. So Alpine Brewing Company has been in San Diego for ages. You know, one of the original awesome craft beers here in San Diego. And they ended up combining with Green Flash at some point. You know, monetary issues and being able to produce more and all kinds of stuff. But then Green Flash ended up not being Green Flash as we know it and went to a different company. So McIlhenny is the original founders of Alpine, and now they have restarted a brewing company, Wizard's Wand West Coast IPA. I've never had this, but I've heard about it. Strata and Mosaic. Yum, 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 yum. I'm so excited. Now that smells good. That is a San Diego West Coast IPA. It's got the bitterness, kind of some piney, resinous, a little bit of citrus notes in there. Good mouthfeel. That is awesome. Hard work, good beer. Again, it's the McIlhenny. Check that out. Get you some of that. Yum. I got this at Distiller's Outlet in Poway, and I'm excited. Yum. Let's get some more fish. Oh, it did it again. Same thing, just annihilated. Dragging the jig and get just absolutely annihilated. That's interesting. Got a little green spot on the side. Maybe that's our new Dottie for the future. Not a bad little one. Still looking for something with some shoulders. Dragging it and just thump. Again on that jig. Well, after noon hit, the bite sure picked up better. Those were both between 10 and 12 feet of water. The both the ones on the jig. The dink on the Ned rig was a little shallower. And they did it again. Dragging that jig and it just landed. These are not subtle hits. These are not subtle hits. Last time I was here, it was just like mush, not mush. And these are not giant fish either. Fat fish. Not subtle. All right. Whoa. Look at that. That was unexpected. Whoa. Look at that. Not sure if that's legal. Wow. Last time I had something like that happen was in East Walker River in Bridgeport. That was with an F-16 doing a low-level flyby. Almost pooped myself on that one. All right, guys, I got something new for you. Like literally something new. No, seriously, it's something new. A Mocha Something new. Like that's what it's called. Mocha Something new. This guy must watch the videos, or whoever brews this. Imperial Oatmeal Stout, 8.7% ABV. Okay, I mean, that is right up our alley, right? This is from Altamont Beer Works in Livermore, California. Altamont is best known, probably, in my opinion, for trying to be the West Coast version of Woodstock. Was not nearly quite as successful, which is why it's not a synonymous name with 60s free love music festival kind of thing as much as Woodstock is. This has the Story Coffee Company 3 Hills blend, an Imperial Oatmeal Stout that really ties the room together. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, does that guy look excited or what? Our dark answer to the White Russian. This full-bodied Imperial Stout has a creamy mouthfeel with bold flavors of fresh roasted coffee and cacao. Enjoy sipping this dark, decadent beer slowly while savoring the robust flavors and aromas. Well, allergen notice, lactose, coffee, and stupid people. No, it doesn't contain stupid people, I'm just kidding. It does have cocoa nibs though, cacao. All right, I'm excited. Oh, that smells delicious. Almost as delicious as that rock pile up there, which I think we're gonna get something big from. Fingers crossed. That is amazing. You know what, it's not too bitter. I think people are just getting into stouts. Not quite as bitter as some of them with the dark cocoa, dark chocolate vibe. This has a little bit more easiness. Lactose is a non-fermentable sugar from milk. Super mouthfeel. I'll definitely be getting this again. You guys should try that as well. Something new. Mocha Something new from Altamont Beer Works. Again, that's in Livermore, California. Check that out. Yum. I think Blue Oyster Cult talked about Altamont in Transmaniacon. That's kind of a random fact. Oh. I missed it. Same kind of hit. Guess I gotta get some more of these baits. By the way, if you don't remember, this is the Fatty Craw in green pumpkin pepper. Green pumpkin power bait. Have that delicious power bait scent. They're very thin, but wide. There we go. Oh, came off. Knew it was going to be on that spot. You know what, guys? I had an amazing time out here today. Flipped the coin to figure out where I was going, and I went to the right place. Got 5 bass. I lost 2. Met some great people out here. Thank Thanks so much for watching, guys. Look forward to seeing you guys on the water. Cheers, and I'll see you next time.